Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's UncleSamsDevil here. Before we get into this video, I want to say that we are doing a giveaway of 3 keys for Dead Matter, and I'm going to go into a bit more detail about that at the end of the video. So make sure you watch to the end. So, this week's update, it gets even smaller than last week's it seems, which is fine. We're getting closer and closer to the release date. After the June delay, I actually predicted that we weren't going to get a release date until after the 3rd week of July, and it seems like I might just be right about that. July isn't over just yet, so I'm a little bummed that we don't have any more information on the release yet, but I don't think it's time to panic about a delay just yet either. The message from the devs this week reads as follows. Hey survivors, much like last week, I'll jump right into this update. Thank you all so much for your continued patience and support. Anything shown on this blog and on the vlogs is a work in progress. The roadblock is nearly resolved. We have also implemented additional measures to prevent it from coming up again, especially after we launch. We're now fully focused on making sure that we've got all our key infrastructure in place for the launch of the closed alpha. And we will be announcing a new date in the near future once we know for certain that the roadblock has been resolved. We really appreciate the patience everyone has shown us thus far, and we're excited to dive into the closed alpha with our players. Development, and then they say not development, so it's development but not really. Nick, between being busy with moving, I've been working on perfecting the character lip sync system, which was a bit of a side project over the last couple of weeks for me. Currently we have audio pre-processed externally, which we then bring the data into Unreal Engine 4 for playback. This means that we do not have to capture facial animation data, externally process, and clean it up while maintaining a result that's considered acceptable. I've also been working on polishing the character creation menu. Character creation V1, as seen in vlog 2, and then they link the vlog, was out of date, especially the UI. We've also further tweaked our attributes, perks, and skills, as well as how they interact with your character since our previous implementation. The only thing that is currently missing is appearance customization, which I will be working on over the weekend. So that's pretty sick. They're basically doing a bunch of small things, waiting for the game to launch. The only video provided in this update actually shows some of the character creation menu that they seem to be referring to, and I've gotta say, I am, again, pretty impressed with the amount of detail. So we select our character. It looks like they're going with Dick Jones, which is great. Good to see their sense of humor again. The first thing I noticed here is the occupations available. So you get to literally build your character's background in the closed alpha of this stage of the game, and the different occupations you select come with different buffs and debuffs. And you know, this reminds me of another game called Scum, which never had the feature, still to this day, fully implemented. We have the unemployed option, your construction worker, repairman, farmer, chef, doctor, firefighter, police officer, and maybe one more, I can't really tell. Each of these occupations comes with a certain amount of perk points, as well as affecting the gear you spawn with and the attributes and skills of your character. It just goes to show again how deeply these devs seem to have committed to producing a well-developed, detailed game. I know I say it a lot, but I really am impressed with many of the features that we've been shown. This goes on that list. It's really the main reason why I find myself giving these guys the benefit of the doubt when it comes to delays. They continue to show a feature-rich game, which, for games in alpha stages of development, or hell, even completed games these days, it's extremely rare to see. I knew that they had talked about character creation features like this a bit, but I did not expect them to be implemented this damn early. I'm pretty freaking excited to play with these. Alright, next they go on to say, Kyle has gotten lockable vehicles ready in time for the alpha, implemented an in-game feedback menu that will allow players to effortlessly send feedback directly to the development team, added server whitelisting, implemented nomads fortifications into the game, added safe zone measures that force the player to lower their weapons when entering a safe area, as well as making them invulnerable to damage while in safe zones, polished the random vehicle spawning system, as well as numerous bug fixes and polish passes on other aspects of the project. Nomad has continued polishing the fortifications and utility assets that were shown in last week's post. These are the locked and unlocked variations of the security bar and chains. So you've got an unlocked door on the left, followed by one locked with a wooden security bar, then maybe a metal security bar it looks like, and then followed by an unlocked version of that door. Then we see the chain method of locking doors. It makes an X across the door and locks in the center. I'm very interested to see which of these methods is actually more effective, or maybe they're similar in effectiveness, but as much attention to detail as they've been showing, I kinda doubt that. I bet they're different in some way. After that, they say, the water collector has also gotten another art pass, and that includes an upgrade to add insulation to protect your water source from freezing temperatures. He has also added a small, portable heater that can be used to regulate the temperatures of player greenhouses year-round. So, water containers, yada yada, we've seen it. It looks better now, cool. The heater, however, again, attention to detail, that's freaking sick. It adds a whole new mechanic of maintenance to the greenhouses. Gunslinger has been polishing animal behavior, including the bear AI shown in previous update posts. Great, good to hear. The last thing we want is super buggy AI in the game. Riz has added a unique variant of the katana that players can find in the world that looks worthy of any mantle. So we already knew katanas from last week's update, which I didn't cover, but here it is. Katanas are in the game. This one can be found in the world. I'm sure it's going to be rare. I doubt you're going to find it on every fireplace in every house. Dogtooth has been working on blend maps for emotes, speaking transitions, and emotions, fitting more player clothes to the models, and high poly models for the jersey. Alright, sick. I kind of want a jersey. Probably going to have to steal one, but then it's not going to have my logo on it, and I'm going to be bummed about that. Oh well. Yitz has added the gun range. So there's a gun range. That's going to be awesome. The gun range has been something shown on a testing ground for weapons in the past updates, but now it has been polished and added for players to test weapons of dead matter. Okay, so the first picture, it's inside the firing range. It looks nice. The art style is very different, but I kind of get Tarkov vibes. I'm sorry, I said it's inside the firing range. It's inside like the store section, like when you walk in the door, that section of the building, obviously. So next picture, inside the store area again. Outside range, several good targets. Alright, so this seems to be the area behind the building, I'm guessing. And finally they say with this one, yep, that's a fire alarm trigger. And yes, it does exactly what you think it does. Dead Matter's premier self-loading target range. Alright, so this is going to be really sick for testing weapons and such. I'm actually interested in how it's going to work, if it'll be separate area where ammunition will be less rare and things like that, but it's definitely pretty cool and a good implementation for the game. I know I'll spend a lot of time in it trying to, increase my skill aiming and such. So they finished this drop saying, alright everyone, that wraps up this development update. Thank you all for your continued support, and we look forward to your feedback and chatting with you all. If you're not a backer already and want to support the development of Dead Matter, you can back the project at the following links: Indiegogo link, QI Software's link, whatever. Even if you can't or aren't comfortable with backing just yet, spreading the word to your friends and talking about the game helps all the same. Thank you all again for your patience. Plan accordingly, Reggie. Okay, that's all for the info drop. Alright, so we're going to be doing a giveaway in my community for Dead Matter. We're going to be giving away 3 keys with the single action packs, so the $35 version. And you're going to want to join my Discord and make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel to be eligible. We're going to do a competition on a game called Capsular that Gunslinger actually developed, which it's a pretty fun little freaking game. It's free. It's like a gigabyte download, so don't worry about it. It's not going to be a problem. But it's really freaking fun, and I look forward to doing it with the community and seeing who the winners are and who gets these keys. Alright, ladies and gents, that's going to be all for me for this video. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.